Hi, my name's Natalie and welcome back to my Flosstube channel, Sew, Stitch, Sew, Nat. Today we've got basically everything. Not too much haul for a change though. So let's get to it. So my previous finish, this was for my husband. I can't remember if it was Christmas or birthday. I think it might have been birthday actually, last year. This is from Monkey Island and it's Guybrush Fruitwood, and I can't remember the name of this man, from Monkey Island, and that was a pattern from Etsy. If you're interested, just let me know and I'll see if it's still available. And that was stitched on 16 count oatmeal Ada with the call for DMC. There's quite a lot of DMC just to get the it to look right. And like I say, that's from Monkey Island. I've also got a finish which was a new start last time, which is the latest birthday present, which is D&D related, Dungeons and Dragons, yes. So beware of the Dungeon Master. I think I mentioned previously that my husband plays D&D every Saturday afternoon, and he's a Dungeon Master. It's quite comical sometimes, the stories he sells. So that's all finished. It was meant to be 3 different colours. I like the look of it monochromatic, and it's stitched with DMC 3799 on 16 count pewter by Zweigart, and I just got this piece from Florashell here in the UK, and it is going to be finished into this frame from Amazon, so it will sit that way up, hence the big border all the way around as well. The big border was intentional. I could have gone quite tight, but I decided I wanted something a bit bigger. Shall we move on to whips? So last time I filmed I was coming straight off the back of March Madness, and I wanted to catch up with my sals. If I pull those out first. So that's mine, and it's in all the code for DMC on 32 count taupe by Zweigart, and that's an even weave. I'm just trying to grab the rest of the pattern, and that's from this series of charts. There's a sal going along as well, I'll put that down below. Which is the La Fenestrelle del Tempo sale, and we've just got October, November and December to do, so we'll finish, the plan is to finish in July, so I think December is a good call for Jolly July. Not that I've really got any plans to do Jolly July, but I'm sure everyone stitching Christmas will make me want to go and stitch Christmas. My whip goal this month was to do some work on a Christmas stocking, which I've not done yet, and it's the 29th of April. So yeah. I do really love those patterns. They are more labour intensive than you think, but it's such a gorgeous finish. And I'll talk about finishing FFOing in my plans. So my other sal is Lakeside Needlecrafts Crystallise, and I've just been watching CraftyRogueGamer. She signed up for the sal. I'm not sure she's actually started, but this is what part 6 looks like. I must admit it's coming out every 3 weeks, which is a bit of a challenge, but I'm really enjoying it. I think the next part comes out, I want to say next weekend, so I'm almost caught back up, and I did hit my goal that I set last time, which was to get that one finished. and I've now got part 5 finished and part 6 is in progress, and it's slipping down the board, sorry. As I say, this is getting quite big to show now. There's going to be another row of crystals at the bottom, but the colours just really pop on this. And I'm stitching this on a 20 count even weave Stone Cloud by Fabric Flair. I think I got that from Lakeside Linen, but I can't remember. Not Lakeside, Lakeside Needlecrafts here in the UK, and that's with the call for DMC as well. So my next project is my Sampler 15 by 2x2 stitch art, which just comes around with me in my little project bag that goes in my, as you know, mum's handbag, big handbag. So that's where I'm up to on that. So I've just, oops, starting to come down here now. So the outside border's complete. I've just got to do all the filling in the middle. And she's a Ukrainian designer. She's got lots of monochromatic pieces. She's also got other pieces, so if you're interested, I'll leave the link down below. And what she does with her monochromatic pieces, she sews them in a few different colourways on different fabrics as well, so you kind of get an idea of what things might look like if you did them a different way. I've also got, I'm not sure how much work I've done on this one, but I've done a little bit, which is my Balpazor, it's going to be shiny, which is this pattern, and I'm still just, I started with Balpazor because it's the start of the song, much bigger pattern than you think, and also I'm doing it on Black Ada as well, so that's the R. I think I've just done a bit more filling basically. I think I only did one evening's work on that, and that's in the Call for DMC. It was meant to be a gift for my son for his birthday, but it's a bit much and it's on dark fabric. So it's kind of got put to one side for the minute. But I have a plan in my new start, you will see that one. Next, I just felt like this was calling to me, so I went and got it out, which is Lindy Stitch's How Does Your Garden Grow? I'm not sure you'll see much change in this, because literally I've just done a bit more on the dress, which if you've got the pattern, you know, the dress, it's gorgeous, but it's a lot of work. So yeah, I've done that bit last time, so literally I've just filled in I think 5 rows of this. I can't remember if I've got 1 or 2 words to go. Mine's, I think it's 1 row of words to go up here, and then fill in, and then the dress is complete, and then I've just got the lacing down the bottom and the boots, and then the border and the bits that go all the way around, and then she'll be complete. Absolutely love the colours on that. And have got into variegated threads a bit more because of that as well. I've now noticed that Lindy Stitch also does PDF patterns as well, but at the point I bought that I don't think she was, so if you're interested you can go onto her website and get that. Sorry if I'm enabling anybody that doesn't want to know. I can't remember where I was up to with this one, the temperature cell. I think I planned to stitch on it. I don't know that I'd quite finished March. So that's where I'm up to with this. We did get a bit warmer there, and it got cooler again. So I've got April to put in here. I've got the whole of April to put in here. Because April's short word, it's less stitches per day as well, so it's quite bitty in that sense. So in some respects it's easier to go and get several days together, and then just, if it's a similar temperature each day, you can just continue down the letter. And then of course you've got May, 3 letters, 31 days. It's fine. But as you can see, unlike the temperature book cell, which is the one I really like at the minute, Michelle keeps showing it on Bendy Stitchy, and yeah, I want to do that one next year, I think. You've got like big gaps between each letter, so it's still the same colour but with a massive gap, so you're sort of stitching it twice almost. Whereas I think the books, you know, at least are like all the stitches together. And that one's by Stitchynova. That was a pattern I got off Etsy, and I'm doing it in the varied colourway with Call 4 DMC on 14 white Ada. Don't know if it was, I don't think it was the I got, it was just what was in stash from when I used to stitch previously. Right, next I think I just wanted something small to finish, because I did this off the back of the Dungeon Master stitch. So I went and got out one of my little patterns that I was doing for March Madness, and that's where I'm up to with that. So I've got the back stitching to do, and I'm trying to decide if I want to put the ear on, and I've got some snowflakes to do. Grab the pattern. So that'll do very well here. So yeah, so one of the ideas I had, rather than saying 2020, was to put the year the film was released, which is 1990. But I'm still not sure. The other thing I noticed was that the hoop that I'd got isn't going to work. I did think about putting some batting behind it to make it puff up a little bit, but I think it's just going to be too tight on the edges, so I need to get a new hoop for that. Because I wanted it as a Christmas ornament, but I guess I just need the next size up. So now I'm debating whether to do it as like a pillow finish with the ribbon on, or silk it with the hoop finish and put a ribbon on it. So yeah, lots of decisions to be made. So I keep looking at it and going, But I think once I've got the hoop, maybe that'll help me decide what I want to do next. I would say that's a 14 count white Ada, but it seems to be an off. Oh no, not 14. Bear with me 1 minute. I think it might be 18 actually. $18 count. This is 18 count white Ada, but it's not white, but it doesn't look cream either. The pattern works on it, which is the main thing, and the white looks slightly different to the fabric. So yeah, that's almost finished. Just got a few decisions to make on that. So I could finish that in Jolly Jewellery. Or I could put it into my May plans as well. So next whip I worked on, was Meditation Garden. Yeah, Meditation Garden. So I always want to call it a different name. That's why I was stumbling. And that's by Jan Hicks Creates. And this was a gift for my mother-in-law. I think I showed it last time because I was having a bit of trouble with it. I don't know. This is not going to fit on the board. Apologies. I've got hanging threads as well. So the call for pattern, I've not done any of the call for, I don't think. Maybe there's substitute DMC for some of the colours, and then I've used overdyes, I think mainly Weeks actually, for the other colours. Oops. That's where I'm up to on that. Last time I showed you, I suddenly realised I wasn't going to run out of space for the border. Mainly up in the top, this corner. But I think with the extra fabric sewn on, I'll just be alright. It's quite a big piece because I've done it on 25 count Zweigart vintage sand dune 2/2, and I think that's where I suddenly, because the fabric was cut on a diagonal, that's where my borders suddenly went as well. It was always going to be a tight border. I had realised that when I started the project, but I didn't intend it to be that tight. It's fine. I did find a tutorial on this, but it is really simple. I literally just cut up an old bedsheet and sewn it on. And that allows me to get the hoop in as well. And I love the colours on this. Especially this one. This was quite fun to do. I think I've got 1 or 2 more to go, and then there's a different pattern down the bottom, which I think just does that bottom corner. And then I've got to come into the middle and fill it all in. I'll just show you this pattern again. So we've got sunflowers, we've got birds, that maze, which I've done the edge of, the big tree, the sun. There's lots of little things in there. I absolutely love that mallard, which is one of the things that drew me to it, that and the maze. And the colours are just gorgeous. So yeah, still toying with the idea of doing one for myself, but 1/1 on the same fabric. But we'll see. So this is a gift. So we'll see how far I get with that. I probably would use the same colours again, as long as it works for that one. Right, I have three new starts. Sorry. One I think I put on my Instagram, which I think I spoke about last time, and I was quite keen to get started on it. Is the Erica Michaels sampler book. Yes, it's black on the cover, but the unique thing about this project is each of the pages in the book is a different fabric. So I think I might have just put it on Instagram. I'll put it in here, and as you can see, there's lots of different fabrics, and then you just stitch each design on each. So you've got like A and B on one page, and then C and D on, and so forth. I'm under no illusions this will take me a while. I have completed letter A so far, and I was looking for somebody that had finished the project. I eventually managed to find someone that had finished it, and she'd finished the pages as she went along, and then the pages didn't quite all match up, so my intention is to finish the pages, like FFO the pages at the end. I'll just take this out of the hoop. So I finished A, started working on B, board. Needle minder stuck together. Yep. These are great, but they can get in the way sometimes. Yep, so that's A, and the wording at the bottom is 1/1. It's no joke. I had to stitch the 1/1 in like daylight by the window. I don't use magnification though currently, although I've got a pair of magnifiers from the Pokemon project that is essentially UFO, but I have come up with a plan for it, which is to do 2/1 tent stitch, and I think that'll work better than what I'm currently doing, which is 1/1 full cross. And hopefully I'll get the project done a bit quicker, but it's a long term project to the point of I think my son might have stopped. I was saying that he's stuck with Pokemon for a while. He's 10 in May, so yeah. And that was stitched, not called for colours. I think they have got some conversions on there. I think A might be a closer match than some of the other ones I've done. Other ones I've changed slightly, either because of the fabric or because what they said was called for, well, the conversion for the DMC didn't quite jam, or there wasn't a close enough DMC colour to match. So yeah, it's interesting. I am making a note of these things as I go along. As you can see, it's a big pattern. So for each letter I've got a picture of what it looks like, the words that will go underneath, what the colourways are, and then the pattern on the following page. And like the front cover and that, you've got to like chart like your name and things on there. So I've done that bit already. No, can't use that. Yeah, so yeah, so that, and then that. So you can see I've written on like any conversions that I've done. I have also written like the fabric that I've used on there. It's all on 32 count to get the consistent finish at the end. The only fabric that I've not used wide gart for, I've used the Permin fabric, which is actually quite a bit stiffer. I have got some Permin charcoal, but I've not used it, so this is going to be my first time using Permin, so it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. As I say, it's a bit stiffer, but I think with it being in a hoop, it'll be fine. I do find that the hoop opens up the threads to be able to see the holes more easily, but it's not an evening stitch, it's a stitch in the daytime piece. I have also pinched some of the fabric that is for this, so I've kitted kitted up all the fabric but not all the threads, so I'm kind of doing a couple of pages at a time. So I've got the next threads for C and D, and that's as far as I've gone, but I've got all the fabrics that I wanted. So one of the fabrics I was going to use for O and Q, yeah, that one. Is that right? It's stuck as well. O and P, sorry. This felt 32 count flax linen. I've just realised I've gone straight into plans now, so I'll jump around a little bit. And that is for Blackbird Design, Strawberry Fields Forever, Diamonds and Stitches, Marie, I'll put the name below, is doing a stitch along for this. I had it in my stash, mainly kitted but without a couple of threads because it's been really hard to get hold of them. I've decided to go with the DMC substitution for a couple of them, and then made my own substitution for Old Brick. I have not been able to get a hold of Old Brick for over a year. I keep looking sporadically, but not finding it. So I've just made my own conversion, and I think I'm going to use Aztec Red, which is that colour. The substitute is this one, the DMC. I think this one will work. The other red that's in the pattern is Country Redwood. So yeah, hopefully those two will play nicely together. Yeah, and I'll get it out. I think there was a couple of others where you could say it wasn't going to be much. There wasn't much use of it, so I have just gone with the DMC. Right. So yeah, gorgeous colours. I can't wait to start it actually. Now I've like decided what I'm doing with the colour, like the Old Brick. Can't wait to get going on it. And I did manage to find it was not Tin Bucket, Garden Gate. I managed to find that on Lakeside Needlecrafts the other day when I went on, and that's where I got the Aztec Red from. So yeah, so that's all kitted up, ready to go. It's got two more new starts. One was a planned one, which is that pattern, and I've gone for that colourway as well. And I actually went for sorry, having orientation issues there. I was like, have I done that the wrong way around? Because I was working on this last night. So that's my start last night on this. I went for the 32 count raw Belfast linen. My other choice was 32 count Zweigart taupe. That's an even weave. I think this has a bit more of a rustic feel to it. And that's not black, that's 3799. And the other one, it calls for B52 500. I'm going to stitch a few stitches on and see if I like that. I might substitute it for either Blanc or 3865. You know what I mean, the other like other white there is in that high 38 numbers. So that's that. The other start was the donut pattern. This is off Readly. It's the Stitch magazine. And there's my start on that. So I'm trying to get the edges all in, all the sprinkles in, and then I'm just going to fill in. I am slightly nervous of the hoops, not going to lie. Might need to get them ordered. If worst comes to worst, it'll have the outside hoop and maybe not the inside, but I'm willing to give it a go. The battery's going to come out. So, plans. So I think I mentioned last time my colleague's having a baby. I pulled this out of Readly as well, from the Cross-Stitcher magazine. Haven't started that yet, need to get a hoop. Baby's coming end of June, mid-June, end of June. So as soon as I finish the donut and the wedding sampler, straight on to this. There's a queue, definitely a queue. But yeah, just wanted to get going on a couple of, plus this is a secret stitch. So yeah, and that's for my son. He wants a big donut birthday cake. The husband makes those, not me. I can make cake, not so good on the decorating. Right, so I have a little bit of haul. If you don't want to stick around for that, that's fine. Thank you for sticking with me, and I just realised I never said thank you for coming back and be a subscriber. If you'd like to subscribe, please click below. I try to post videos probably about every 3 weeks, I think, or at least once a month. Yeah, and I'm on Instagram, so follow me on Instagram if you're an Instagrammer. I probably post a bit more regularly on there what I'm up to. I haven't posted the 2 new starts on there, but I regularly put things that I finished up there, or then when I've FFO'd. So yeah, so moving on to haul, if you want to stick around for that. There's not as much as usual. Try to be a bit good. So I did have my unknaws came down Easter weekend, after Easter weekend, and gave me my birthday presents. Yes, my birthday was February, so they've been looking after them for a while. She got me a few, they got me a few things. Yeah, so my mother-in-law that made, oops, this, picked out some bits off my Etsy list. So I'm just trying to find something. There we are. And so I picked up, sorry, battery went, God, I get mains for the camera, but anyway. So yeah, so in terms of birthday gifts, so she picked up these threads from Not Your Average Dyer on Etsy. So one's a pearl cotton and the other one's a cotton. Need to come up with a plan for the pearl cotton. Love the colourway. I think it might have been a little bit of a mishap in thinking it was a stranded cotton, but I'm sure I can come up with something. So if you've got any suggestions, let me know. But yeah, oops. But yeah, so absolute gorgeous colourways. She also picked up, I must have said to this actually, so another piece of 25 count, it's a Lugano actually, so I got in vintage sand dune, which is marble. It's actually a little bit stronger than vintage sand dune, it's not showing it very well. Sorry, crinkle as well. It's coming up a bit blue on there, but it's not, it's grey. And then 20 count lavender Ada. And then also an embroidery kit. So embroidery is something that I've wanted to try and just haven't got around to. I have got another kit. I think I was feeling a little bit daunted by it. But this one's great. It's a great little kit. This one's with Ollie DMC, hoop, and that's for sewing and finishing. And then a full glossy colour pattern. There's also like a handwritten note, needles, fabric, just right. So there's a finishing fabric for the back. I haven't checked, but I'm assuming that is to sit behind this. So yeah, and that's by the Embroidery Kit on Etsy. Very UK based. So yeah, that's the card. And it's full colour instructions. So yeah, looking forward to that. No plans to start it at the minute. There's also a thread for the finishing on the back. So yeah, apart from maybe a pair of scissors, don't need anything else. I think the idea is it's targeted at a beginner as well. I just watched Sewmesarah's latest video, and she was talking about a beginner sew along cell that's starting. So check out her latest video, I'll put the number below. So yeah, it all comes in box. And then last time I spoke to you, my Thread and Fabric Club hadn't come in. I think it literally landed the following day. Loose bits. So yeah, I'm in the Lakeside Needlecrafts 32 count Opalescent Fabric of the Month Club. And that one's called Carnelian. It's like orange, just basic shades of orangey peachy cream. Haven't got a plan for it yet. I know I was chatting with Sewmesarah. You know, you get these gorgeous fabrics from Fabric of the Month Club and you sort of like, what can I stitch on that? You know, you start thinking about, have I already got a pattern? Could I use this pattern? So I've got 2 thread clubs that I'm in with Lakeside Needlecrafts. First one's a Classic Colourworks, and I've lost the board. Just found these out. So we're on the, I'm on the C's at the minute for Classic Colourworks. Oh, typical lost one. So that's those ones. And then a right red orangey chili pepper. So yeah, lots of reds this time. Got reddy browns. Yeah. And then DMC. So I'm past the 900s now. I'm not sure when I'm due to finish the club. So yeah, we always get one variegated, which this month is 106, which is like an orangey, bit like the fabric I've just shown you, only a bit darker. Coincidental. So yeah, that's those ones. In terms of the sort of master set of threads that I've got, because all the new ones that I've got on the thread club, I've been put like an M on, so I know it's been part of the thread club. But I'm thinking I might get some of those DMC, actually say DMC bobbins, and some of the like sticker numbers, and put like 2 strands. So when I get one of these, apart from the variegated, I'll cut it into 8 lengths, and then put them on a bobbin, which is something I've been doing quite recently, because I think if you put them on continuously, and then you cut a bit off, you sometimes end with just a little bit at the end, and you're like, why did I do that? And it gives me a consistent length when I'm stitching, so either I can do the loop start, or I can use the 2 strands together. Sometimes that's a bit too much for the fabric, so it's fabric driven whether I do loop start or a big metre length to get going with. So like sampler 15, although that's as Wygart fabric, I find that the loop start's easier to do on that than do 2 full lengths of a metre. So yeah, what was I saying? Yes. So I'll put two of the lengths that I've cut on there. One being is like a master, and the other one, pardon me, that I can put on there, so I can go, does that look right? Do I want that, colour on that fabric? Or I could do like a test stitch or what have you. And that way I've always got that colour to hand. I'm not going ferreting through all my project bags, because I've got a few projects. Yeah, I need to do a whip parade at some point again, and then you'll see how much more I've done since December. Yeah, not going to be good. So yeah, that's the plan with those. Oops. While I was at Lakeside getting the bits for Strawberry Fields Forever, I also got a hoop, which is already in a kit, and then Mill Hill Cappuccino. So if you know me, you know I finished Mocha, so this is the next one for me. I've got a few Mill Hill kits, although the only one I've got on the go at the minute is the Halloween one, which I'm not working on at the minute because it's Halloween, not feeling the Halloween vibe at the minute. So I've not sorted that out yet, it's just as the kit comes. I always find there's a little bit of work with Mill Hill, so I put them on a thread card, put the numbers on and the symbols, and I separate the beads, and then I'm good to go. I also make a working copy of the pattern as well. which I then start colouring in with a pencil. So yeah, the 2 more things I think, oh no 3. So I just got some more of those off Amazon. I find these are actually working a bit better than they are metal, but the metal hoops that you get, because you can, once you've sealed that, the threads don't get caught in it. So I find sometimes that where the bit clips together, or the other side where the join is, they kind of get stuck. So these are, and they're lighter weight as well, don't take up as much room. I find those are a better answer. So yeah. So I mentioned previously that I bought the Long Dog Sampler Opening Cabinet, which is a chest piece. I've been looking for like a black or grey over dye to do the piece in, and I've lost the board again because I've got all the DMCs on it. And I know I've seen lots of people rave on about Cottage Garden threads, so I've not stitched with this yet, so but yeah, it's gorgeous. So I chose Ampersand. I'm still toying with what fabric I'm going to use yet. Oop. So yeah, so that's that. It goes from a very dark, I would say 3799, not quite 310, down to maybe a 414. Just trying to think which one's which. It's quite a dark grey. So I'm still trying to decide if I want to do it on the vintage marble, vintage sand dune, or white. And then I can't decide what count. So it's going to be a big piece that I'm going to be working on for quite a while, so I need to make sure I'm happy with it. I think I plan to do it 1/1, but we'll see. If you're in the UK, I found this company, thank you to Ellie Welliestitcher, called Poppy Patch, and they're, I think, Northamptonshire, but she's got quite a few of the Cottage Garden threads, and they're also starting a thread club which starts in June, but I'll link the website down below. So Sam and Mary, there you go. So yeah, can't wait to start using these. I've heard such lovely things about them, and they're already like a pre-cut length, and it just tucks up in here. I don't think they've got all of the Cottage Garden threads, but they've got quite a selection. I think it's a 6th month. I could be wrong. So that is that. And then last time, this is not sponsored, this is my own purchase, the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Club. That's the other plan. I think I am going to do the Halloween sale, but I won't be buying the kit, I'll be buying the PDF and kitting it up myself, because I've obviously got way too much stash. So yeah, this time it was this pattern. Comes with all the thread, needle, fabric, and then in terms of extra bits, so there was a lollipop, which I have not eaten yet, which is Emily's Lollies the last lolly that we had in here was really nice. And it had edible flowers in it. I think it was like strawberry or raspberry flavour. And then some dried flowers, and you can see there's a butterfly. Actuals. Not quite sure what to do with it. I need to have a look and see what it is and what I should be doing with it. Is it just a sticker, or is it meant to do something else? So yeah, that's the... I want to say it's bi-monthly. I can't remember. I think it is bi-monthly. It was quarterly. Yes, I'm just trying to remember. It's still available on the website if you want to go and select that. Also with Caterpillar Cross Stitch, I just signed up for the stitching social in June. I think it's with Charlie on the 12th of June. So looking forward to that. It's my first time anything like that actually. I wanted to go to the Essex Needle Retreat, but it was a bit pricey, bit of a trek, 2 kids, didn't quite work for me unfortunately. And then next year it happens to be my in-laws' golden wedding anniversary party that weekend, so that's out too. So I'm hoping for some more in-person retreats or socials to come up near me. I know Caterpillar used to do them in person back before COVID. I'm hoping they'll start them again, although I think they've moved a bit further away as they've got bigger. But yeah, so looking forward to that. So yeah, plans: finish the donut, finish the wedding bit, finish the baby. I'll start the baby one, or at least get it kitted up. La Finestra del Tempo, and the Crystallised Cell, and FFO Mania. So I have a lot of finished things I want to turn into fully finished things in May, and Michelle has set the goal of 31 finishes in May, so I'll see how we get on with that. But I have 8 La Finestra del Tempos to finish, which obviously I've done in January, so I need to do the rest now. I've got the frame for the husband, so yeah, there's a few things. There's some other things I've finished not shown on here that I'm going to fully finish as well. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, please follow me. I'll put some images up on there once I get going with it. If not, I'll see you on my next video. Thanks for watching. I've been watching Sewmesarah, haven't I? Stay stitch happy. Thank you. Bye.